Good morning. How are you this morning? Good morning to Wednesday and Wednesday morning wake up this morning. How are we doing this today? Bit chilly here in London, wet. My gosh, this amount of rain we're getting is unbelievable. Anyway, Wednesday wake up. The topic for this morning is, can I make a living trading Forex? It's a question I get asked by people a lot. And to be honest with you, the short answer to that is no, you can't. But the long answer to that is you can in time. Okay, so the short answer is no, you can't make money trading Forex. When you start learning to trade and you start trading, do not expect to start making money on it. But what you can do is you can build wealth. You can build wealth. The best approach to take with trading is take it as an approach to building wealth, okay, over a period of time. And then over time, you can start making a living out of it. Now, here's why you can't make a living out of trading. It's because trading is 80+% mindset, okay? So if you're needing to make money to survive, to pay your rent, to pay your mortgage, your bond, children's school fees, and so on, it's going to be putting you under a tremendous amount of pressure, okay? And you're going, like, when you make a losing trade, you make another losing trade, or you don't get your target after 1 month, what is that going to do to your mindset for the second month? And then you get another losing trade, and then you get into a spiral, okay? So because trading is 80+% mindset. You know what? Like we have in the tribe of traders, the 80-20 rule of trading. Okay, so where we say 80% is mindset, 20% is the actual act of trading. But in actual fact, and the reality is that it is actually more than that, because even the 20 of the actual act of trading is also driven by your mindset. So where does that boundary finish and end between mindset and the actual act of trading? You know what I'm saying? So, but as a minimum, trading is 80% mindset. And if you've got any pressure, stress, anxiety at all when it comes to trading, you're going to be making mistakes, and you're going to be taking decisions based out of fear, anxiety, rather than in a state of calm, confident, and certainty, which is the state we need to be in order to be trading successful. So what I suggest in the tribe of traders with our clients is, what I suggest is be very clear on the number that you want to achieve, because at the end of the day, it's about building wealth, okay? So when you build wealth, you can start looking at ways in how you can make a living. But what wealth are we going for? A lot of people get into trading with a fantasy that they'll make 5 million, 10 million, 15 million, a billion even. And yeah, that's all possible. But hold on a second, you're only just making it through month end at the moment. Okay, so let's get real, right? Let's get real about our trading. And if you want to get into trading, be real about your expectations. So start with baby steps. Okay, understand what your financial situation is right now, and why do you want to trade, and what is the goal for your trading. Okay, so first of all, do not get into trading expecting to make a living out of it. Get into trading to build wealth. Now, what is that wealth? Be realistic about what that wealth is. So many people don't understand that the difference between financial security, financial independence, and financial freedom. They're very different. And financial security meaning that you get your basic needs met every single month, right? That you have enough at the end of the month to cover all of your expenses. But what is financial security really about? Financial security is about not having to exchange time for money. Okay, so it's knowing that no matter what you did this month, at the end of the month, you're going to get enough to cover all of your expenses, all right? So many people overestimate. So many people overestimate how much they actually need in order to be financially secure. A lot of people feel that financial security is is like light years ahead, is a light years away from where they are right now. And that's because most people don't understand where they're at financially. And if you're getting into trading and you don't know what it is what your goal is for getting into trading, you don't know what it is what you want to get out of trading, okay, or why you want to trade and what your goal is for trading, you are going to be spiraling. And one of the ways in which you can stop that is understand where you're at right now, because so few people know where they are at financially. Where are you financially? What are your financial obligations? What are your financial aspirations? Okay, be clear about that. And then what is it that's going to give you financial security? How much do you need every month or every year or over a period of 5 years, 10 years in order for you to be financially secure? You'll be surprised at how little that money is, how little that amount is. Because most people will, I've spoken to a lot of traders and their requirements in a month could be, anything from 3,000, 5,000, 4,000 pounds, 10,000 pounds, whatever it is. How much do you need per month? How much do you need over the year? And how much do you want to go for over a period of how many years in order to trade, in order to set your goal for your trading? Now, in the Tribe of Traders, I suggest people go on a 5-year journey and set a target that will give them financial security in 5 years. Now, I can imagine if you've got financial security, therefore you know that for a number of years your basic needs are met. What that will do for your mindset, what that will do for your for you, giving you the opportunity to live your life to the fullest extent of what it can be. It frees you up tremendously, and that is the gift that trading will give you. So don't get into trading wanting, desiring to make a living out of trading. So get into trading to build wealth. Let it be one of the arrows in your quiver to build wealth. And understand, what does that wealth mean to you? What is that number? So in the Tribe of Traders, we have a program that we go through with our traders, talking about find your number. Okay, what is that number? What is the target for your trading? Okay, so remember, building wealth and trading is just one arrow in your quiver of building wealth. So what is your expectation for trading, and what is your target? How long is that target going to take you? And then you focus on that. Okay, too many traders get into trading having a fantasy of the multi-millions that they're going to make in no time at all. Okay, and that impacts mindset for so many reasons. One of them being that so many people have a low, what I call wealth thermometer, a low setting on their wealth thermometer, because a lot of people are operating in fear, scarcity, and guilt and shame. There's a lot of people who are operating on that level of vibration, and in order to get out of that, low level of vibration, you're going to need to build your self-worth. You're going to need to start building more about self-belief, self-esteem, and that, because your wealth comes from inside. Your wealth comes from inside. It does not. You could be a rocket scientist and still be broke. It's not about what you do to build wealth. It's about how you are to build wealth. It's what's inside. Okay, it's the same with trading. The trading for me is the gift that keeps on giving, because it's a reflection of what's going on inside of me. It's a reflection of what's going on inside. It's a reflection of the issues that I have in life. That is the beauty of trading. It is the gift that keeps on giving, and I think that is something that we underestimate as traders. If you are a trader as well, we underestimate as traders that when we're in a spiral in trading and when we're struggling with trading, we tend to blame the strategy. We tend to blame everything else except what's going on inside. Okay, and that's when we start blaming the strategy, or when we start blaming the market, we're jumping from one silver bullet to the next silver bullet, the next shiny object to the next shiny object. When you stop that and you start looking inside of yourself and start looking, well, what's going on for me? When you start having that inquiry, then so much starts changing, because trading is only 20% of the actual act of trading. 80% of successful trading is in the mindset. So one of the things I say to our guys is, if you are in a spiral, if you are losing trades, if you are not reaching your target, there are three questions you need to ask yourself. Is it me? Is it the market? Or is it the strategy? Now, 9 times out of 10, it will not be the strategy. There are plenty of profitable strategies out there. Plenty. Okay, there's no shortage of profitable strategies. It is not difficult to make money out of trading, because successful trading is not about simply placing trades. It's about trading in a certain way. So if it's not the strategy, if you've back tested the strategy, or if you trust the strategy is profitable, 9 times out of 10, it won't be the strategy. It's definitely not the market, because the market does what the market does, okay? And so it's going to always continue doing what it does, okay? It's going to be the same today as it was yesterday, last week, last month, last year, as it will be next year, and 10 years and 50 years from now. So the other common denominator will be you. What is it that you are doing differently? What are you doing to impact your results in the market with the strategy? You see what I'm saying? So it's a different inquiry to have. And once you start taking that level of responsibility for your trading, the more realistic that you can see that your target is, the more you can tweak your mindset to be appropriate, to be successful for your trading. Okay, so the first thing is, be clear about the number that you want to get and how you're going to get that in your trading. Okay, so that's the first thing. And when I say how you're going to get it, what strategy are you going to use? How are you going to trade? When are you going to trade? How often are you going to trade? What's your risk profile in your trading? So all of those things need to be ironed out. Be very clear about every single aspect of your trading, and apply that diligently and consistently. Remember, it's the small things done consistently over time that has the greatest impact for your trading. But it's those small things that have the biggest effect when done over time that are the easy things to stop doing, because you don't see the impact. And that is actually a lot of traders also have an issue with that, because of the law of compounding, because compounding takes time. And a lot of traders struggle with seeing the current, if they're in a spiral of losing trades, and seeing the impact it has on their account, and they can't see it compounding. Because compounding, you hardly see a difference in your account for months and some years even. But slowly over time, like the magic penny, it just incrementally starts growing. And the more you consistently do the small things over time, the more consistently your account will grow, until the point it just literally explodes, just like the magic penny. I'm sure you've heard about the magic penny. Okay, so it's the same thing with our actions. It's the same thing with our trading. But it's the small things done over time that, because they're small, we tend to give up on them. Because there's a lot of traders don't understand the fundamental laws and rules of compounding. And so that is a very important aspect. If you want to get into trading, or if you are trading, really, really get to grips and understand what compounding is all about. As Einstein said, it was the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. And that's not just financially, that's in all areas of life as well. Whether you want to study to be an engineer, whether you want to be an Olympic sports person, it doesn't matter. It's the small things done consistently over time that compounds and has the greatest impact. Like you might say, well, if you want to be an international rower or an Olympic rower, gold medalist rower, you might say, well, I'll miss training today, it won't matter. I'll miss training tomorrow, it won't matter. I'll miss training next week, and then this one, another day, and another day. And over time, that compounds, and that will make a difference between you being the gold medalist or not. It's the same with trading. Be clear about your goal, be clear about why it is you're trading, what it is you want to get out of trading, and focus on the end game. Don't focus on your one lost trade today, or your one great win today, or your great win yesterday, and bring that into your next trade and your next trade. Extend your time horizon. Think about the longer term. Think about the goal. Every decision you make needs to be focused on your end goal, your end game. Okay? So that's important, is focus on the end game. It's not about what you're going to do here and now. It's about what you're going to do here and now, and what you're going to do tomorrow, and what you're going to do the next day, and the next day, and the next day, over the period of time until you reach your goal. Small things done consistently over time has the biggest impact. That applies equally to your broker account, as well as to the actions that you take daily to growing your account. Okay, so if you're tempted today as you're placing a trade and you, for example, you're breaking one of your rules, ask yourself, is this the small thing that's going to get you to where you want to be in 5 years or not? Or if you're going to place a hope trade, or you've just lost a trade, you're going to hop back in and try and get back at the market and do revenge trading. Okay, is that the act that's going to get you to where you want to be in 5 years? Now, we've deviated a lot because I started this Facebook Live saying, because I wanted to answer a question that I'm often asked is, can you make a living out of trading? And I said, no, you cannot, okay? But you can over time. But what you can do is you can build wealth. But be very clear about what it is that wealth is that you want to build. Don't have a fantasy. Do not get into trading. And if you are a trader, don't have an aspiration that you want to make 10 million, 20 million, whatever it is, because the numbers will show you, yes, you can. But we all have a wealth thermometer. We all have a wealth ceiling. I've known a guy who was making ridiculous amounts of money on trading, but he hit his wealth ceiling. And he started sabotaging, because it's all about mindset. So your journey is as much about placing trades as it is about working on your mindset. Does that make sense? Okay, so the first thing for you to do when you're in trading, if you want to get into trading or you are a trader, what is the number you want to achieve, and in what is the time frame? Reverse engineer it. What does that mean per month? What is your target? And remember, have rules and have rules, and ask yourself 3 questions when you start losing or in a losing spiral. Is it me? Is it the market? Is it the strategy? 9 times out of 10, you're going to find that it's you. And take responsibility. Identify what is it about you that's creating this, because is it your wealth thermometer? Is it your beliefs? Is it lack of clarity about why it is you're trading? 9 times out of 10, it will be around your beliefs. It'll be your beliefs around money. It will be your beliefs about wealth. Because when you're trading money. And money is one of the most emotive topics that we have in society, because money directly reflects on our self-worth. So getting into trading is as much about building wealth as it is about building your self-worth. Does that make sense? I will leave you with that. Any questions? If you're watching the replay or you've got any questions, put them down, tag me, and I'll come back and answer them. In the meantime, have a fabulous day, and I will catch you on Friday for Freedom Friday. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.